Welcome to look at Winterhawk Guides, Outfitters, and Packer Schools. Hi, I'm Larry Amos, owner of Winterhawk Outfitters. I started Winterhawk Outfitters back in 1982, and it wasn't long before I realized there was a great need for trained guides, packers, camp jacks, and people just to work in this industry. There's a great need for this kind of training. Outfitters everywhere from Alaska to Mexico, South America, everybody's desperate to have good qualified help. It's not out there for the machoism, it's out there to be a good guide, packer, camp jack, camp help, whatever it might be. There was a great purpose, there was a great need for it. Outfitters start calling me in May, I'm going to have my class. How many good people I think I'm going to have in my class. And sometimes we really don't know that till we get about halfway through our 45-day course to be able to pick out the ones that's going to make it and the ones that is not. This is a 45-day course with room, board, everything included. You come here, you go to the mountain, you stay there for 6 weeks basically. Once in a while, the students do get out on the weekend for a day to go to town if they like. But most of the dedicated students will stay right there and help, whether we're packing in camps or packing in people or whatever. I've tried to set the curriculum and the course up according to what I see that the need is in this industry for outfitters to hire people to be the most benefit to that outfitter. We'll start out the first portion of the school. Bob Shellum will get into a pretty intense, detailed course in horsemanship. Conformation of horses, use of horses, type of equipment, type of horses, and so on and so forth. After this, we drop right over into the packing equipment, the use of different packing equipment, and how it's to be used in application in the field working.
Yes, come to the school last year, learned a lot, didn't have enough sense not to come back, but here I am. I love this work. Learning as much as I can on my horsemanship, which I was a little bit lacking on at the beginning of last year. I learned a lot about horsemanship last year and learned a lot more this year.
After about the third or fourth day you're here, you will start getting on horses and riding from an hour to 2 to 6 or 8 hours a day. And that's something that a lot of the other schools don't give you, is that detailed horsemanship, because in order for you to be a guide or a packer, you got to be comfortable on a horse, and the only way to get that is get out there and get in the middle of a horse and ride.
This is 2006 Winterhawk Outfitter Guide, Packer, and Outfitter School. This will be the horsemanship practical application, which involves the catching, reining, grooming, saddling, riding, and unsaddling once they return back from their destination this evening in the dark.
This selection of halters to catch their stock. Make sure that they have the right size of halter for the stock that they have. They're also getting to learn the stock at this time. So if they have a mule or a smaller headed horse or an animal like that, they're able to know the stock by what they're coming in.
Travis has Bruno. Give me Smokey for a reason, Bob?
No, I didn't do it this time.
Okay. Brackets.
I'm Rob Preo. We're in the arena, just hanging out. This is a night ride, just wait for dark. It's awesome.
Get to ride a horse in the dark.
Get to ride a horse in the dark back home.
Do you see any sticks that might be a potential problem on the way home?
Hunting out in the field, and we're actually hunting out in the field. We're setting up scenarios. We're glassing game. We're learning how to stalk that game. In the middle of Russ's hunting deal, Chad Westbrooks from Primo's Call Company usually comes and spends a day and a half doing a calling class, and Russ usually finishes it off after Westbrook goes home. We'll also have thrown in the middle of all this, the U.S. Forest Service, Bill Johnson's always been good to come up to teach and give a seminar, a talk, I guess I should say, on how the Forest Service and outfitters should work together. Along with that, we'll also have Perry Wills. Perry Wills is the Division of Wildlife Director for Northwest Colorado. He's been very good to come and give a talk on Division of Wildlife rules, regulations, and how that stuff's supposed to work also. A lot of times we'll get the Colorado Outfitters Association president to come and do a little talk on how the Outfitters Association and the outfitters need to be working together to get new laws and legislation passed to benefit the outfitting business here in Colorado. We also have Gene Ray come over from Denver. He's one of the finest taxidermists we've found to work with. He comes over and brings a head or two and teaches some caping and salting and cape care, trophy cape care, and how to take care of it.
It doesn't take much to see, but
Gene
you want to make
will spend a day
sure.
with you on that. Brian Buckner also comes over, spends about 3 days with us on horseshoeing, horse care, and that type of thing. He does a real good job, teaches a real good class. If you're interested in shoeing horses, you'll come away with that with a lot about horses' feet, locomotion, how feet's supposed to work, and so on. Dave Block usually comes over, does a knife demonstration, sharpening knife. Dave Block owns Outdoor Edge Cutlery. He's a good friend of ours and been hunting and coming over and teaching a class in our school ever since we started our school, and does a good job with that. Another good class we do that's very, very good is Rush usually does a class on photography. You know, one of the most important things to an outfitter that you're working for, if you're guiding a hunter, you kill a nice bull, you kill a nice buck, you kill a nice lion, you kill a nice bear, is to get that outfitter some good quality photographs with no blood and guts in them. Russ is real good at this. He teaches a nice class, and if you pay attention to him, you'll be able to get some real good quality pictures for you or the outfitter you're working for to help him design and put together a real nice classy brochure when he gets ready to do it that fall. Photographs, pictures of game, hunters, good scenery pictures, good camp pictures is very, very, I can't impress how crucial that is to an outfitter in his marketing strategy. Today we're into the paper world and the internet world where everything's got to be a fancy brochure or a fancy website or a fancy video, and that's what sells hunts. That's why we're doing this tape today.